I do want to also talk about Russell Westbrook. Once again, Russell Westbrook should not be coming off the bench. He should not be coming off the bench. Russell Westbrook solely, should be in that starting lineup, especially when you play him anyway. He was fourth in minutes. Anthony Davis, Hachi, man, look, dog, Hachi, man, I love Hachi out there, man. He is a efficient player. He was 8 for 12, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line, 9 boards, 19 points. He's a slasher. He's gonna do the dirty work. He'll play solid defense. I like the idea of that he's in that starting lineup. Only thing I would do is take Troy Brown out of that starting lineup and throw Russell Westbrook in. That's all, because that's who you have on the floor anyway. You say you want Russell Westbrook to bring the spark. Why not have the spark at the beginning of the game? It makes no sense. And if they go and if you saw in overtime, Russell Westbrook really kind of took over the game. If you look at the first possession in overtime, what did he do? They had the screen and roll with Anthony Davis. He was controlling the ball, and what they do, they got an easy bucket. Then what they do the next time, the same exact thing except in a low post. So AD came, set a screen for him. What did he do? He drove to a bucket, act like he was gonna put it up, dished it right to AD because if not, he would got a free layup. Then the next time, what does he do? Does the same exact thing with AD. AD comes almost at the, I would say at the not the top of the key, but almost kind of in that flirting with that the high block, low block area. But instead of him going towards the basket, he pops up and shoots a jumper. Russ was on. Russ was on, and when you have that type of mesh and players meshing together, they're virtually unstoppable. But also, Russell Westbrook, his defense is what's making him stay on the floor. He's guarding a Julius Randle. He's guarding a Dylan Brunson. He's guarding these guys, some of the best assignments and best players on the opposing team. So, hey, do I sit back and say, hey, the Lakers figured it out? No, but they're starting to figure it out, and they're starting to figure out, okay, how can we get the most out of our players on the floor, when they can use their their skill set for them. Now, I will say this. It's going to change from game to game. You can't just think this recipe, and this is where basketball is tougher than most sports. Basketball is all matchups. And football is matchups as well too, but basketball is all matchups. And but the thing is, there are greater anomalies that can happen, when players just go off or go crazy and take over a game. But for the most part, the regular season, it's all matchups. How well do you match up with the team night in, night out? And when you can play different types of schemes, like, hey, look, Anthony Davis, this game, there's gonna be a lot of pick and roll. Hey, but the next 2 games we're gonna be playing, we're gonna need you to face the play with your back against the basket. So Darvin Ham has to realize, okay, what's gonna be most effective versus whatever team, and then how can I get the most out of the players? So I think that the Darvin Ham and the Lakers, they're on to something. I love the pick and roll, 1-5 pick and roll, whether it was Russ and LeBron. I love the 2-4, 2-3 pick and roll, even if it's Russ and LeBron. 2 highly efficient creative players, 3 high efficient creative players that can do quite a bit with the rock, and it makes them virtually unguardable. But I would say, hey, look, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. Once again, check me.